going on? Coach, how was your trip?
It was the most comfortable 4-hour bus trip that I've ever been on, sitting in a seat that doesn't lean back and looking straight above you, watching television. So I was glad it was over. It was fine though.
That's a good sign, right?
It's a good sign that we're close enough to bus. So that's always positive.
If memory serves me correctly, 7 years ago, 2010, you guys stayed at this hotel.
Yeah, we did.
And was there any thought process into that, or was this just a hotel you were given? Or?
No, we were assigned this hotel. So I think the highest seed in that particular bracket got this hotel, which we've stayed here a few times before, but we played pretty well in Tulsa last time. We didn't play great against BU, but played fairly well against Illinois. So hopefully it'll be a repeat performance.
What you do tonight with this game? Your opponents?
Well, we're gonna watch the first half here, and then at the beginning of halftime we're gonna go eat. And we got a hotel that's got a big screen TV in the room that we're eating at. So we'll be able to watch it all, and then the players will break, and then we'll come back and do scouting report at 10 o'clock whenever we meet again.
What are they?
Because they don't know anything about either team so far. Because it's not really. I mean, you don't want to overload them with that. So we practice for both teams, but without them knowing which team, and certainly they'll know more tonight. So they'll be well versed on them by tomorrow morning.
Do they just watch it as a basketball game, or are they watching with a scouting eye, I guess?
Oh, no. Well, I think that some of them will watch it as a basketball game, and some of them will watch it with the scouting eye. I think the freshmen will probably say, "That's a nice play," or "He's athletic," and Frank will say, "Man, did you see how they scored? They run this action a lot," that kind of stuff.
Coach, there's a school of thought that maybe the extra rest will do the team good. Do you have an early sense as you head into this?
No, I have no idea. I certainly didn't like the fact that we only played one game in Kansas City because one game in 7 days, that's not enough. But I do think it could have been good for us. But we practiced pretty hard this week. We haven't looked great, but we've gone pretty hard, and so. I know our guys will be ready to play. That doesn't always guarantee you're going to make shots, but I know we're going to be ready to play.
Is it the same excitement level every year when you begin this journey? Or is it different with each team?
I think it's a little bit different with each team. I was watching on the way down. We put it on. I don't know if it was ESPN News or whatever, and watched all the press conferences throughout, and you could see the difference in with some teams that maybe haven't been in it compared to some teams that have. I think everybody's obviously going to be excited. I think it's important that our team is excited and gets excited to do it. The teams that we've had the most success with in the tournament, I felt like, were teams that were excited, had an edge, but still yet was mature enough to be loose about it. And I think that's kind of a fine line that you have to get to, but because I want our guys to play with freedom. And sometimes when you get in a one-and-done situation, that doesn't happen quite as easily. But I think we'll be okay there.
How does it feel to be in Tulsa, where you coached for a long time?
7 years, and it feels good. Tulsa. I grew up. Part of my youth was in Claremore, which is just down the road, and coached in Tulsa for 7 years. Got a ton of friends here. And I don't know if I'll get a chance to see very many of them, but I'm sure some of them will swing by practice, which will be good to see them. But Tulsa's a good town. I think this is a good venue too. I like the facility, and it kind of reminds me of the Sprint Center in some ways, and so it's a nice venue.
How much of your routine changes now that you're here? I mean, do you try to keep them on a schedule, or what you guys normally do throughout the week?
Yeah. We I know you guys may not know it, but we're on a routine every day. I mean, we got a schedule, and they have a schedule each and every day. And certainly, when you're traveling, it's pretty easy to have a routine. So we won't do anything different than what we've done on other road trips and things like that. The only difference is we're here a day early. So today will be kind of a casual day, but tomorrow's a busy day with all the media and 2 practices and everything else.
Do you have a special message to this team, Coach, before you even hit the practice court tomorrow?
You know what? I probably will after we see who we're going to play. I think sometimes it's hard to come with, hey, this is what we're going to do, and this and this, but you don't even know who you're playing yet. So the message is, obviously been, don't waste any time, don't waste a day, be responsible, disciplined. There's the one and done type format is a little bit different. You got to play with the urgency every possession, but I think it'll be easier to do that after we know who we're playing.
You, correct me if I'm wrong, you were born just 40 miles from here, Okmulgee?
Okmulgee, yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember much of it. We lived in a small town named called Morse, which obviously Morse didn't have a hospital, so we went about 11 miles or 10 miles down the road. Shelly and I were both born there. My dad and mom were teachers, and dad was a coach. And so, yeah, this is pretty much home. Even though I guess we spent most of our childhood years in Edmond, but still we spent a lot of time in this area.
You expect a good following here, Coach? Am I right?
Yeah, I think so. I think our Jayhawk fans will figure out a way to get tickets. The one thing about it that we've had an advantage over everybody else, as far as fans, is for 3 weeks. Our fans have known we're going to play in Tulsa. I mean, they've known that. So if we don't have tickets, then we haven't been very creative. Obviously, a lot of people wait to the last minute, which we understand that. But I hope people do make an effort to get down here because, they've had a head start like SMU or Michigan State, obviously, or UC Davis or North Carolina Central or Miami. They had no idea where they were going to be. So it's been a little bit easier for our fans. So hopefully they'll show up in numbers.
Does anything come to mind quick about the two teams, North Carolina Central and UC Davis?
They're both. UC Davis is very disciplined. I mean, they can really guard and they can score, but they don't play real fast. North Carolina Central play a little faster, but they're very sound too. But two different styles, but certainly not anything we haven't seen. But certainly probably a game in which we need to create some pace, no matter who we're playing.